Greetings from our Fetiers. Wishing you all a very lovely day with love and positivity, your mentor this side. A very warm welcome from the entire team of our Fetiers. I hope you all are fine. Is my voice audible and clear to all of you out there? Hi, can you all hear me? Walaikum assalam, Amber. Thank you so much. Thank you, Shaista, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Thank you, the backend team. Thank you so much, all of you. It's lovely seeing you guys here. Thank you so much, Nadia. Thank you so much. Very warm welcome to the start of the Mrcpi September 2023 session today. I'm happy that all the premium students are also here, and I'm glad, Ria, thank you so much. The seniors are also here from March 2023 to encourage you guys that it's doable. It's something which we can do. What is success? Now, when we talk about success, I say that success is an intention to put in hard work with this faith that we will do it. And you all can do it indeed. What success needs is just a systematic process. We are meeting today because we all have to learn Mrcpi written. So what is the agenda for today? Agenda for today is that we are going to introduce you all to Mrcpi exam. All those queries which we are getting for the course, we are going to have the detailed discussion on that. How to prepare ourselves for the booking date. I will update you guys for the documents and take those queries. And a tiny glimpse of your 2023 publication of Group B Streptococcus recommendations from the Irish Prospect. I'm going to discuss GBS with you guys as well. All right. Why Mrcpi 2 written should be taken? Why we should prepare for this exam if you're taking any other obstetrics or gynecology exam. Why Mrcpi can be in an attempt, it can be a failure. How to prevent that failure, how to make it in one go, and what is going to be the outline of the course, how we are going to do that. Now, let's pay a tribute to the RFA champions. To begin with, we should be ready to pay a tribute to all the champions of March 2023. That's definitely going to encourage you guys. A big round of applause for all those champions who made all the records for the March exam and more than 100 success stories all around the globe. Let's see and let's pay a tribute once again, remembering all their hard work. Immense pleasure seeing all of these. Let me tell you guys that there was a time when they were also taking an introduction. There was a time when they also started up aiming and taking their first step. And now they are just on the scoreboard in front of you guys as champions. Shazia, Nadia, I would just like to tell you all that there's always a day when you start thinking about something. And then it comes day when you have to start working on this and you start putting a hard work in the right direction. Yes, Zainab? Thank you so much. So happy to see you, Zainab Lucky, my dearest. Thank you for joining in, sweetheart. You're always our proud member, sweetheart. Okay, so I was talking about that in the last course. I still remember when I was taking the introduction, there were bundles of questions. There were so many challenges with students. They were asking that, ma'am, my hospital is quite busy. How would I do that? I don't know. You should just give me a pattern of study because I won't be getting any leaves. We are with lots of thoughts because we don't have any household help. So it is not only one student's story. It is a story of every home. It is a story of every single individual. At times you've got help in one regard, but you're facing difficulties in another aspect. So I always say that it's all about that how you put in an effort in the right direction. Your seniors from March 2023 batch, they want to tell about their journey. They want to say that how did they start? I've got Ria here. Hi, my dear Ria. Yes, absolutely. The first step is difficult, undoubtedly. And after that, the things are easy. Ria, can you unmute yourself? People would like to hear from you. Adam is about to join the
Uh,
topo with 83%. Hi, Ria. Good to see you, my
Hi.
dearest. How are
Uh,
you?
Alhamdulillah. How are you, Mom Sidra? I'm so glad to
Thank
hear
you
your
so
voice
much,
again.
sweetheart, for joining in. This is one of the RFA champion guys from March 2023. Ria, how did you utilize your these months? Because they're taking the first step today. They should be very clear that what are those patterns where they can just be successful in these months, putting in the effort in the right
Y-
direction.
Yeah, actually, as you always said, Mom Sidra, that this exam is doable. And your voice is keep ringing in our ear from the first day we attended your course till the minutes before the exam and even during the exam. You know, when I first decided to sit for this MRCPI part two, I felt so lost. I don't know what to study, what to expect. Even I don't know that there was a separate Irish guidelines or where to start. You know, I asked some of my friends for advice, but they made me feel even more confused. I consulted friends to friends, but none of them cleared my doubt. You know, until I came through across one of my friends who really, literally, she told me, uh, don't don't confuse yourself. Just go with Ma'am Citrus course, and your success is 100% guaranteed. Till now, I am remembering her statement. I immediately joined the group, and actually, that was my first attempt. And from the first time I logged into the portal, I realized that it's an extremely organized pattern of study. Everything is available in an organized and systemized way. Also, Mom Sidra's course, your course, and live sessions were very, very informative in a systemized manner and to the point. At the beginning of each sessions, I'm telling this to those candidates, you will know the topic that Mam Sidra will speak about and the resources, each topic from which resource, either from the ninth guideline, from the TOG, Green Top guideline, or from the Irish guideline. So you will not be confused and distracted. When you come back to revise, you know exactly where to open. When you listen to, is my voice clear?
Absolutely clear, Ria. You're audible, sweetheart. Yes, please.
Yeah. And when you listen to Mom Citrus calls, I can guarantee that you have no doubt about any topic. She basically cover everything and make sure that you understand and memorize all the information and all the important points she's giving. And we obviously cannot forget about the technical team and who are available
Right.
24/7 to solve any issue you may come across. I strongly recommend every single one of you to attend the course.
Yeah.
Try to do your best to attend the live sessions because
Yes,
she's
Ria.
giving, yeah, the live sessions are very important. Ma'am Sidra keep giving a buzzword, uh, important points, and a chance to discuss any doubt if you have.
Mm.
And
Thank you
but
so
no
much, Ria.
worry.
Actually, the revision which you guys took as a batch, that was amazing. I mean, the last 1 month, the way you guys studied was simply spectacular. helping hands in hands, reading. So happy in the last few months, and I was so
Yes,
confident that you people would all be having very high scores, and you people made it, Ria. That was
yeah, the fast track
amazing.
also
Thank you
was
so much for
very
your
amazing.
guidance.
Welcome, welcome. The
Yeah.
fast track, I also recommend the fast track. It's very, very, very amazing. And you will get a very nice booster dose from Mom Sidra just before the exam to eliminate all the tension of the exam. Thank you very much, Mom Sidra.
That's
Thank you. Thank you.
that's
That was
all
very much.
responsibility, Ria. People are asking questions as well, like Murtaba Khan. Thank you so much. This was Ria from Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I've got our second position holder, Bushra Abid from United Arab Emirates. Hi, Bushra. How are you doing?
Assalamu alaikum, ma'am. I'm good. How are
Walaikum
you?
assalam, sweetheart. Thank you so much for taking our precious time. How did you manage to score 81%? People are asking how much time is needed, Bushra. How did you manage to study? Because they are starting now. Many of them are very busy, like you had a very busy hospital. What would
Yeah,
you
doctor.
advise them in the next few months, Bushra?
For me, I would say that after Allah, it was only Sidra, ma'am.
Oh, sweetie,
Honestly
thank you very
speaking,
much for
all
this.
credits goes to you, Dr. Sidra. I really appreciate all your efforts, and I really encourage all my juniors to just follow whatever Dr. Sidra is saying. Just listen to Sidra ma'am's words and just follow them blindly. We don't need
I'm
to
so
do
grateful.
anything else. We don't need to see here, there. Just Dr. Sidra, and that's it.
I'm so
For
grateful,
me,
Bushra. But people are
yeah.
asking, for example, Murtaba is saying that,
So
what do you suggest, Bushra? How much months they should study? Like Sophia Tariq is also writing in the chat box, like for an average person, of course, with jobs, with kids, lots of responsibilities are there. So how did you guys start with the course when you started with the premium gradually? So how many hours you used to distribute? Because of course you scored 81%. That definitely has your effort at the back of it, yeah?
yes, doctor. Ma'am Sidram, for me, I mean, most of the time I wasn't able to get more than 2 to 3 hours in one day. Okay, that was the
Mm,
maximum which I could give. But yes,
yeah.
in the last 1 month, I think it was a lot of time which I gave, maybe like 7, 8 hours a day. For the last
Yes.
1 month, I was completely off from the hospital. So that was the
Yes.
time when I gave like my maximum time, and it was the time when I think I prepared well, and it was like definitely just following your all the lectures and following the fast track
Yeah.
where you like give the revision and all that. So doctor, I will say like only Ma'am Sidra's guidance was there for us, and that's it. Honestly, I had been so busy with my job, with my kids, and it took me it was a long break for me from after my FCPS. I took really a long break to restart my study, but it was
Yes.
just the appreciation and just encouragement and motivation from Sindra ma'am that led us to this success.
I'm so grateful, Bushra. That means that people who are starting now, we can definitely give them a statement if they're in the right direction. They've got ample time, isn't it?
Definitely, doctor. I think
Yeah.
this is enough. I mean, from
Yeah.
for September, this time, like 4 months is more than enough. Yeah,
Absolutely, guys. So
yeah,
you
they
people can
are
keep
really
it and
more
even
than enough.
those. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Bushra, for all your encouragement for
my
them.
pleasure.
See you guys. They get encouragement that yes, we can also start up and we can be part of all these successful stories as well. Thank you, my dearest. God
Thanks a
bless
lot,
you.
Dr. Sidra.
Always there for
Thank
you guys.
you.
Thank you, my dearest. Thank you.
Thank
You
you,
people have the
doctor.
best example, everyone. The ones who are asking that how to do that. Can you see this topper here? My Adam, who scored first, who's always been topper when it was European board exam, when it was Mrcpi. And when he scored 83%, he told me like before exam, ma'am, I'm going to do it for you. But he always says that the knowledge he used for this exam was his strong knowledge in his notes for MRCT Part 2, which I actually coached him 1 year earlier, you know? So next year, when he took MRCPI, he used the same knowledge. Hi, my dearest Adam. How are you doing? Adam from Ireland, guys, is here. Hello, Adam. How are you?
Hello, mom. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you doing, my dearest?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to hear your voice again.
Thank you very much. You're always my Gia. So, Adam, people are asking, they're taking July MRCT2, and now they are in a fix. Shall we choose September 23 MRCPI? So, you're the best person to guide them.
Okay, good. So, guys, like first of all, I would like to say you are lucky over the moon being part of this great family. RFA family is the best out there. It's really the best. I'm a big fan of there. of them, and I have been part of their courses like for ages now. Like this group has helped a lot of doctor guys achieving so many degrees, MRCOG, MRCPI, and EPCOG. And maybe you have seen that in their website. And even recently, they have been started guiding doctors on how to tackle the OET test, which help, as you might know, in IMC and GMC registration. So again, you are lucky being part of this family. And you know, at this stage, so many of you might be a bit confused on how, when, and where to start preparing for the exam. Just stay calm. You are in the right place. Don't worry. You will be guided 100%, and you will definitely pass if you do your part of the job. Just follow exactly what RFA team will give you, starting from their daily schedule, their live session, and also don't forget to follow their daily discussion on WhatsApp and Telegram group. Really, guys, like this group will definitely help you passing the exam. Okay. If I can say something, everyone keeps saying MRCBI is a doable exam. And I would say the
Yeah.
same. It is definitely a doable exam. And having said that, doesn't mean you don't need to prepare well for this exam. You have to be well dedicated and to work hard to pass this test. I know family is the best course out there, but there is no magic in reality. Like if you are not going to give a 100% of your focus and time, I'm afraid success is not a possibility. Like you have to do your part of the job. This group will definitely help you pass, but like you have to do your part of the job. Okay. And they have great website. The website contains literally all necessary resources for the exam. Just follow that and try to make your own note. Like now, just mom said, I have used the same note from MRCOG part 2, which was a year ago. What? That was in January 2022 or 20. Yeah, it was January 2022. I have been using the same note for every exam, and I pass it with a top score all the time. Just follow their schedule, follow the daily life session, and try to make your own note, because at the time it might be a bit difficult to go through the same guideline or to go again to the summary in the portal. But if you are making your own note, I would say a couple of hours would be enough to go through whole green top guideline and nice and so on. If you would like a recipe for success, I would say this one. Try to make your own note. Give your 100%. Follow exactly what they will tell you. You will definitely pass. Otherwise, success is not possibility. Just to be very honest with you.
Yeah, I always say, Adam, no matter, some exams are easier. We compare the exams with each other, but exam is an exam, right? You need to study,
It
of
is, yeah.
course. You
Yeah,
can't say that you won't study and you're going to pass the exam. That's definitely 100% correct, that you need to put in an effort. But times we put in lots of efforts, but we're not in the right direction. That
exactly.
direction is utmost important. It is of paramount importance that you understand that the direction or the efforts you're putting in, that's in the right direction. Otherwise, we get exhausted, we get tired, and at the end of the day, the results are not there. So the first thing we need to understand is what this exam contains. What do we need to prepare? What are the contents for which we will be tested for? So if you understand these things, definitely yes, you are in the first step, and that first step is a very solid step going towards the success. What do you say, Adam?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's definitely true. Yeah, like putting a great effort in the wrong direction will also end you being failing the test. Yeah, you need someone to guide
Yeah.
you on the right path, and I would say
Yeah.
RFA is the best in doing so. So just guys, do your best. God will do the rest. Just do your best.
Thank you so much, Adam, and all the Sudanese. They're so happy. Sama is glad to see you here. Thank you so much, my dearest. God bless
Thank you so
you
much.
and all the family and your alumni. Thank you so much, Adam, for joining in. God
Thank
bless you, my dear. Pay my regards to the family. Thank you so much, my dearest. Thank you. All right, friends. So when we started March 2023, they had all these questions. When we did the introduction, they had all these questions. My student from MRCOG Part 2 badge, Vidhi, she is busy today because she had to take one of the live cricket match which is going on in India. So she apologized that she can't be here, but she is a live example because she had been topper in the MRCOG one. Then she was very high scorer from us in MRCOG 2, and then she took this MRCPI just in 20 days. So this is for all those. I brought her here. She wanted to join, but she's in a huge crowd at the moment in the live cricket match. So she immediately sent her a video and she said that, ma'am, tell people who have taken MRCOT2 that they can do it in 25 to 30 days after MRCOT.
Hello, I'm Dr. Vidhi Sangvi. I'm from India. I cleared my Mrcpi return in March 2023. I joined Sadra ma'am's course for MRCPI, both premium as well as fast track. Before giving Mrcpi return, I cleared my part 2 MRCOG, which was under the guidance of Sadra ma'am only. Joining the Mrcpi course, the most important thing that I felt was that during the live session, ma'am emphasizes and highlights the important points, the differentiating points between the MRCOG guideline and Mrcpi guideline. By doing so, she makes the topic very easy. At the same time, we understand the differentiating point between the two guidelines, and it helps us to memorize in an easy way. Besides that, in her fast track session, she does all the recalls year-wise, and the mentors also do the discussion in the group. So this way there is a double revision of the course, recalls as well as entire modules, that to topic wise. As a part of preparation, I did read the Irish guidelines as advised by ma'am, and after that I heard the ma'am session again. So this way it made things easy for me. Ma'am's introductory session, it's at the most important step when we are starting with the MRCPI, because she will make us understand the differentiating points and the gist of the MRCPI and how to clear it in one go. Yes, MRCOG and MRCPI are now equivalent, and it's also GMC registered. And MRCPI is comparatively easy than MRCOG, but it does need efforts and hard work as well. And with ma'am guidance and the entire RFA team, it will be very easy, and it is a doable exam. So all the best to everyone who are going to appear for MRCPI return in September. My best wishes to everyone and to entire RFA team. Thank you, ma'am. Love you a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Vidhi, for remembering. And guys, just 30 minutes before leaving for the cricket match, she just managed to record this video to tell you guys that after MRCOG2, it's doable. Thank you so much to all the RFA alumni for guiding their juniors, not only today. I'm so happy that even after MRCOG3, after MRCPI OSCE, once they get their degree all over the globe, people are messaging, ma'am, I'm reaching Australia, and the RFA alumni helped me in getting the job. Ma'am, I'm in Dublin, and the seniors from RFA, they're helping us getting settled here. And ma'am, I'm in Malaysia, and I got in hospital, 3 RFA alumni is just finding out. So I'm so glad that you people hold hands in hands like a family and help your juniors for every step. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. All right, so let's get to the agenda today with all these encouragement that these people who are here with you guys, they were the same, right? Shelly, I'm going to take this question, my dear, and I'll tell you every bit of it, right? So Zainab, when we started the MRCOT journey, you people did MRCOT1. Thank you very much, my dear Muhammad Adam. Thank you very much, Adam, for always being there for your juniors. Thank you. So we are planning today to start with MRCPI regular course, and this is the introduction. You need to understand, first of all, that on 14th, you're going to upload your documents. The first thing is that for those who want to know that why are we going to do MRCPI? So for them, you should be knowing about certain important things. The Royal College of Physicians of Ireland, now it is an internationally recognized qualification in obstetrics and gynecology. The MRCPI in obstetrics and gynecology qualification that's recognized by the General Medical Council in UK. This means that the international medical graduates, they can apply for full registration with a license to practice in the United Kingdom if they hold their MRCPI in obstetrics and gynecology. So as Vidhi was saying, because people, they struggle because of the saturation or not getting seats in the MRCOT pathway, many of the students, they just shifted towards MRCPI and they got their GMC registration early. Welcoming the decision, the RCPI president, Professor Mary Hogan, he said, and I quote, "This is a significant development that widens the training and employment opportunities for doctors who have achieved our postgraduate qualification. Our college has always had strong links and excellent collaborative relationships with our colleagues in UK. This is further recognition of the high esteem that our membership exams are held in as a mark of attaining high quality medical training," I unquote. This step changed the direction, and this step gave an opportunity for students who wanted to excel or who wanted to work after their GMC registration. This step has made them a little easy in terms of approaching those challenges which they were facing. So you guys, many of the Gulf students they contact, the KSS students they contact, if you have done MRCOG, that's wonderful. You can add on with the same knowledge MRCPI. And if you have not done MRCOG, you're just MRCOG 1, you can still take MRCPI on the basis of the exemption of MRCPI Part 1, which I'm just going to tell you that you're eligible for it or not. And you can take this exam further. It's possibility that you get the seat in one go. If not, then the second attempt. But once you get that, it give you 100%. It's absolutely doable exam. What is the exam format? This is the first step. My students, they know me for the last 5 to 6 years that when it comes to taking an exam, I'm always very against the half-hearted attempt. There's a reason for that. When you take a half-hearted attempt, you invite dejection. You invite some sort of a discouragement for yourself that I might not be able to do it. But in the hearts of the hearts, you know that you did not take this exam with your 100% efforts, which should not happen. Why? Because we've got families, right? We've got lots of responsibilities. It's not that we can take this exam for always the repeated attempts, because this time we'll take it just to see that how the exam goes. Next time we'll give our 100%, and that next time again we get easy because we had some family commitments. I believe in taking it first time and for the last time. And this is what you people have to promise me today. This exam paper is just one exam, not 2 exams like European Board or like MRCOG. It's just a 3 hours exam, not 6 hours like EPCOG and MRCOG Part 2 written. Question types are only single best answers, where we don't have the extended match questions at all, which is a nightmare for the students. And this questions are only 100 questions, only single best answers, with A, B, C, D, E, only 5 options. And as Shelly was asking in the chat, we do not have any negative marking. So you have to give your best. Now you guys have to tell me, day and night, we guys are doing in the premium the extended match question. You get so scared, even in the fast track MRCT Part 2, that ma'am, you're stuck up in the EMQs. The paper pattern is in front of you guys. Is it an exhaustive exam? You people have taken so many exams in obstetrics and gynecology. Please tell me that this format, is it an exhaustive format? Sabha, love you so much. Missing your ears. Thank you so much, Bushra, for all your appreciations. You guys are super talented. That's why RFA alumni. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys tell me, is it an exhaustive format? Quick, guys. 100 single best answers in 3 hours. Is it a stressful format? Zainab, is it an exhaustive format? It's not. Not at all. This exam is not like you are taking, and I tell you to build up your stamina building when you're doing this MRCOG written, right? I always coach you that you have to make your stamina and your focus has to be better. Always, Farah, students, they end up their MRCPI written exam maybe like 20, 30 minutes earlier. And I literally be very strict to them that please do rechecking. Don't try to like those kids, yeah, handing over the papers very early and saying, oh, I'm done with my exam. I always tell them to sit for 3 hours and please read it again. You might have, you know, some sort of a confusion in any question. So those 10 to 15 exam questions which are confusing, please read them again. So time management is not a problem when it comes to Mrcpi. Exhaustion is not a problem, Nadia, when it comes to Mrcpi. Sabali Khaled, it is not a problem in terms of focus when it is Mrcpi written exam. That definitely is when it's MRCOT, because that is the paper pattern is difficult, of course. The exam time duration is more, of course. And for this exam, you have to reach out to a center that has got some sort of a stress, of course, and anxiety and palpitations are there. For MRCPI, it's from your home. How many of you know that MRCPI written you're going to take in your home only? Are you guys aware of that? Yes. So it's a test reach application, and you're going to take it from home. Before that, like 15 days before, you're just going to have a login on this application and you're going to make your credentials. That's it. Right? You would see, Sabah, there would not be any problem at all. Right? Now, people who are asking, Zainab, Shakila, my dear, people who are asking that, what are the entry requirements? Ma'am, am I eligible for Mrcpi? So the answer to this is that if you have had your Mrcpi Part 1, you've got an exemption from Mrcpi Part 1, right? You can directly take your Mrcpi to written, right? If you've had your basic degree from Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and if you've had even the Malaysian MET, you people are eligible to take Mrcpi written directly. Why? Part 2 written Obs and Gynae directly, because the Part 1 has an exemption for this. Do you guys understand? Yeah, definitely. Yes, Hani, I'm going to give you the record, my dear. No worries at all. Stay in touch, my dearest Hani Bashir. Okay? Yeah. All right, so am I clear about the entry requirements? This means that if you've had this list, which you can see in the slideshow at the moment, if you have this, you people are eligible to take Mrcpi Part 2 written directly. Is this clear, everyone? Did you guys get that? So all those who have MRCOG 1, they can appear in Mrcpi Part 2 written. Got it, right? And similarly, if you've got your local degrees from your countries, you can have an exemption for your Mrcpi Part 1 written. All right, so this is number one, which you guys need to remember. Now, you just need to remember that not like MRCOT, you need like 4 years, right? Here, you guys need 18 months or 2 years obstetrics and gynecology experience. So this experience you're going to upload. I need your result for the Mrcog 1 or whatever is the equivalent degree. And that would be an attested one for uploading on the day when the link would be opened. Then I need your 2 years experience of obstetrics and gynecology. That again should be an attested one so that it gets uploaded. Now, what are we preparing for? We are preparing for the examination Mrcpi Part 2 written. And after you clear your September, the next exam you're going to take, the OSCE one, would be in United Arab Emirates and would be in Ireland. That will be in November. Now, let me tell you guys, you saw the list of people now who met you from March 2023. You met Bushra, you met Adam, you met Widhi, right? All of you, just in the beginning? Yes? So all of them, they got seats. After passing March 2023, they have appeared in May 2023 in United Arab Emirates and in Ireland for their Mrcpi OSCE. So just in few months, did you see that they're passing through the goal? So they passed in March and they have appeared in OSCE. The results are awaited. So they were part of RFA and we had these exams in UAE and in Ireland, right? So what I mean to say is that immediately after passing March exam, they got an opportunity to take the May OSCE. Similarly, people who will be taking the September exam would be given an invitation and OSCE chance for the November. Do you guys understand? Same way as the March people, they appeared in the May. Am I clear? So that means that your exam or your MRCPI complete pattern would be over, right? Yes, you have to do that. Yes, my dear Sadika, you have to do that, please. Uploading of your experience certificate, that's always an additional point. Please do it. And the entire team is going to be with you guys. When is it opening? All of you, please. It's MRCPI Obs and Gynae Part 2 written is going to be on 7th of September. That's going to be Thursday. And it is from Test Reach from your home. The Wednesday, 14th of June, 2023 would be the opening date of the applications. Now, these applications, as soon as they open, you're going to have the entire team, all the moderators, the coordinators, Myra from United States of America, Bint Hawa from Qatar, all the backend team, everybody is going to be there with you guys in the Telegram group, and they will ensure that you upload your documents. And from years and years, they have been helping people. And at the same time, if you have any query, all the students are there. It's a very active time when the group is super active. If you have any concerns on 14th of June, you'll find everybody there to help you guys. All right, Rosina, 14th of June. 2 years experience needed, Sadika. Yes, my dearest. All right. 14th of June is the opening date. You're going to get an email. You will get a link. You'll open that link and that will take you through the uploading of documents and you're going to be there. All right. I've already informed Sophia, but I'm going to tell once again. Everybody please pay attention. Sophia Tariq, I will repeat that once again. What you need is that on the date when it's going to get open, that would be on the 14th of June. If you go to the site, you all have to get the testimonial form. This testimonial form, if you don't have the link, please go to the Telegram in the files section. The moderators have already put the testimonial form there. You can download the testimonial form. And the testimonial form is something which you require to be filled by any 2 doctors who have their registration numbers. And they're going, basically, it's just an authentic source that, yes, you're a doctor and somebody knows you. That's it. All right. So what you guys need to remember is that it would be an attested copy of your primary medical degree. Sophia Tariq, this slide goes for you. And then you've got a recent color passport style photograph, and that is also, that should be attested, right? Now, a copy of your Part 1 or the equivalent qualification, whatever makes you have an exemption, FMRCPI Part 1, and the testimonial form. So all these should be attested, right? They should be attested, and then you should have their scanned copies. Please make a folder in your laptop, in your desktops, or whatever you're going to use for uploading the documents. Make a folder and then make it ready. Do it today or maybe tomorrow, I mean earlier. So that on 14th, when the link gets open, you're just going to make a click and then you're going to upload the documents. That's it. And if you find any technical difficulty, the entire team and the moderators would be there. The students would be there. You won't find any difficulty being in the Telegram, so you don't have to worry for that. Okay, Shazia Shahid. Now, once if you have uploaded, when you open up your college ID, right, on the link, so it already shows that the previous documents are uploaded. It's only going to be an application. That's it, my dear. I repeat, the reset students or the ones who have applied earlier, the documents are shown there. They don't get an option of re-uploading because it shows there, right? Sophia, do you get that, sweetie? Yeah? Shazia, do you get that? When you open up, my dear, right, it would just be coming up on the portal. Nadia, if you're facing difficulty in making an account, just drop in a message to the moderator or tell the RFA moderator in your Premium, my dear. Right? Because she was also amongst these batch. Yeah. So you can even ask Anam, right? Anam was also in the March batch when she passed. Yeah. Okay. So she'll guide you on making an account if anybody is having a difficulty. What is the website to upload the documents? It is going to be a link, which is the RCPI. If you go to the Telegram, in the link, it's already given. I've tagged many people earlier, but I'll tag once again. It's RCPI exam link, and that exam link, exam uploading links, that takes you to the applications, Obs and Gynae. So this is basically the RCPI site. You go to the gynecology and obstetrics, it takes you to the link. All right. So all these documents which are in front of you in this slide, please, they should be ready, not on date of 14, they should be ready today. Sheila, just remind me at the end of the session. I'll go to the Telegram and I'll tag you guys there. All right. I'll tag you guys there in the link where you have to upload the documents, but that link would not take you to the documents uploading at the moment. That's going to take you on 14. All right, on 14. Yes, Russia, no uploading. High five, Shella Noreen. Thank you so much. So all of you, please, I repeat once again, you people are going to upload all these documents, but please make a folder on your laptops and put the primary medical degree attested, your passport photograph, passport size photograph attested, your part 1 or equivalent qualification attested, the testimonial form. Please make it ready, and your experience certificate, 2 years. All these, make it ready, get it attested, scan them. So the scanned copies should be on the folder with you. The day when the applications that get open, I always say that the earlier you do, the better it is. The applications that remain open for many days, but the earlier you do, the better it is. Okay. So when you start, the moment it starts, all the students in the premium, I make sure that they put in their applications. And last time we had a huge batch, like you can see 100+ passing students, right? And many of them, all my Irish students, they were there. Because of course it's mandatory for them, like you have overseas your qualifications in OBS and Gynae, right? This is a mandatory qualification for them in Ireland. So all my Irish students, they book the same day. Of course, they're given priority as well, but it's always better that the earlier you do, better it is. More is the chance that you get the successful application. All right, we're going to talk to it once again on 14th of June. We are going to be there together in the Telegram, so you don't have to worry about this. I would tell you that the moderators, you can tag the coordinators in the backend team, even the technical team would be there with you guys. All right, so that's not a problem. Okay, am I clear that what documents you guys need to prepare? Because this preparation is today, it's not on 14. Yeah, this preparation you people have to do nowadays, like you've got 10 days to do that. Could I make myself clear the documents you need for the application? Everyone, please give me a thumbs up if it's done and if you guys understand that. Yes? Okay, perfect. If anybody has some question, you can definitely put in the Telegram and we would be happy to assist if somebody still is confused on some sort. Like, you know, daily I get 10 to 15 testimonials. Ma'am, can you check this? Ma'am, can you check this experience? Ma'am, can you check that all this is fine? And we keep on saying that yes, now keep it a scanned copy with you. I know that at times the anxiety is there because the time is less, and now is the time that you people make it tested and get it scanned and make it in a folder. All right, it's always better, Amna, that you do it all of them tested. So it's always better for having the attestation, right? Amna, all these documents I'm going to make you see once again. Please see here these bullet points. Amna, all these require attestation and then uploading. Got it? That's your primary medical degree. Yes. Then it's going to be your photograph. Then your equivalent degree or Mrcpi part 1, whatever you have done to make you eligible for Mrcpi part 2 written. Yes, your experience and the testimonial form. The testimonial form is from the site. If you don't have it, it's already in the Telegram. You can take it from there. Okay. Are you clear, please? Got it? Absolutely. See, Shazia has been through in the last attempt in uploading. So she knows that when you go to the site, when you reach to the application, one by one, they ask you, now upload this. There are different sections for each. Yes, Amna, my dear. There are different sections for each. Do you guys get this? Yeah. So you people are going to get it step by step. They're going to tell you that, okay, this is the slot to upload this. This is the slot to upload this. All right. Second half is attested documents. You can get it as attested, Shella Noreen, by any doctor, any sort of a senior doctor who's a consultant at your place. She can attest your documents. All right. Now, this is a question, Amna. Before March 2023, the seats were less. From 2023, they've increased the seat, both for the written exam and for the OSCE exam as well. So that's quite reassuring. Like if you ask me, I had, I think, 130 students, and out of them, 110 plus, they got seats. So that was quite reassuring. Otherwise, last time it was like hardly we were getting like 50% of the students, they were getting seats. Hardly 40, 50 were appearing because the first timers, they were not getting seat. Like I told you, Widhi got first time seat after clearing her MRCOT in January. Like MRCOT part 2 in January, then taking her MRCPI just in March. That was first time she did apply. And then again, MRCPI, May, OSCE. I mean, back to back. Understood? So people are getting seats now. Of course, I won't say that it's 100%, but there are very high chances that you get seat, right? Okay, great. Now, what are the problems which students they face when they prepare for Mrcpi? Now, as I was talking to Adam and I was talking to the students who were from March, the problem is the start. They have the mindset issues. And this mindset, Sheila, Saima, that would I be able to do it? Would I be able to make it? Is this time enough? Or shall I take the next attempt? And they've got lots of things in front of them. Understanding what to catch first, which is something which I cannot leave. This is something which I can do like, 50-50. I always say that we cannot do the entire curriculum 100%. We are humans, right? But at the same time, there are certain things which we have to do 100% because we can't think of leaving them. So there should not be a non-focused preparation. Their examination strategy, they don't understand the system, that what is the college inclination towards. The examination strategy needs to be perfect. From day one, you should know that what's your aim. What are those topics which are like 100% coming up in exam? I can't leave them, rather than giving time to those topics which might come, which might not come, right? And above all, the examination stress. These problems you have to work upon as an individuals. I always tell to my students and the boosters as well that you've got an amazing set of neurons and you don't know it. The first thing you need to realize in your preparation is people who do it is just like you. They are no different. They don't have two brains. They don't have any extra set of memory chip. Nothing is like that. They're just like you. But you have to understand the system. If there is a problem, I have full faith that the Almighty makes the solution for it even earlier. Do you guys believe in that? Do you guys believe in that? That if there is some problem, definitely, yes, the solution comes prior to this. It's just like we are not understanding that this is the solution. It's just that we are not finding that solution for us. So the most important thing is that you need to make a complete plan for yourself and then do a focus study. I do not say that you will follow the schedule 100% every day. There will be days when you are on a birthday party. There will be days when you are on maybe back-to-back calls. You're just covering up for your colleague, or maybe at times, the health goes up and down. All these things are part of life. But the person who is successful, who has a targeted approach, who's very good in prioritizing him or herself, I always teach you guys to prioritize your life. And that's very important. The time management, the willpower, and whatever problem comes your way, tell the problem that I'm bigger than you. I've got solutions for it and I'll find a solution. And you would see nothing is going to be a challenge for you guys in terms of your exams. If all of us can do it just in one go, you can do it definitely, but you just need to understand the system. Understand the system, have faith in yourself, and then follow the steps. Everything will be fine. With this, around 30 days before, you guys come to know that, yes, you're appearing an exam. I know it's very closer, but our CPI is generally giving the confirmation around 30 to 40 days earlier. So only 30 to 40 days, you get the confirmation of seats. But this time, things are a little changed. Probably they've increased the seat. You never know that they give the confirmation earlier. But around 1 month to 40 days earlier, you come to know that, yes, you're appearing an exam. So we can't leave our preparation to the last 30 days, actually. Everybody in the course, I tell them that you have to prepare the way that you're appearing an exam. Unless you get an email that you have not got the seat. You have to have this belief that you're getting a seat. Then only you have a focused preparation. All right, Amina? Okay. Now, what is the curriculum? What do we need to prepare in these months? Because I'm taking an introduction and I'll be starting with gynecology with you guys, I will be strict in doing the daily discussion with moderator. I will be strict when Myra would be starting as the backend team as a moderator, the coordinators will be starting the exam questions. I will be strict for you guys. If you can't attend live, it's okay. But at least you should go through them before sleeping. Yeah. So RCPI specific Irish guidelines, they are mandatory that you have to do because 70% the questions will be mostly from those scenarios which are touched in the Irish guideline. Then those topics which are not in the Irish guideline, you have all your channels, all the premium students know the list of the Irish guideline. They've got all the flashcards, you know, everything is in the pletta. You just need to remember that what are the topics which we have to cover from Irish, and the other ones from the Green Top guideline, the NICE guidelines, the obstetrics and gynecology talk articles, and the faculty of sexual and reproductive health. Then you've got some minor bash summaries. For them, you don't have to go into detail. There's no stats in RCPI. I'm sure you people would have a huge grin on your face knowing that we don't have any sort of mathematics involved here. All are 100 scenario-based questions, clinical scenario-based questions, and you people would start loving it once you start solving the questions. All right, Shelley Gupta, FSRH are the contraception guidelines, the Faculty of Sexual and Reproductive Health, the contraception guidelines. But the summaries are sufficient. The summaries on the portal are absolutely sufficient. You don't need to go to the details of FSRH because we get 5 questions from contraception, not only contraception, but the sexual health like ulcers as well, right? Okay, so let's make an outline in our mind that what is the priority? As I told you, that 70% of your exam will be from the Irish guideline topics. I am not saying the lines of the Irish guideline, but the topics. Like they love VBAC, they love NTD, they love the labor questions. You would get around 5 to 6 labor questions. You will get like 2 to 3 questions from the blood products and NTD. You will get all the questions related from the part of the preterms as well. They love infections, parvo, cytomegalovirus, chicken pox, you name GBS. Always I tell while taking the session that today's session completes around 7 or 10 or 12 questions. So that gives you a clear idea that if I'm doing these topics, I have actually aced this number of questions. Right? So preparation should always be divided. It should not be like, for ages and ages, we are doing only the Irish and you're not doing GTG. For example, if you don't touch subfertility NICE, you are not doing the subfertility questions, and we get at least 5 questions from the OHSS or the subfertility or some sort of a reproductive subfertility problems, right? The tubal subfertility, they love the HST questions, they love the laparoscopy questions, they love endometriosis, they love chronic pelvic pain. So these type of questions we come to know how when we do those guidelines. And once you do that guideline, you should be very clear-headed that, yes, my 5 questions are prepared today. If I've done my labor, all right, my 10 questions are done today. If I've done my labor guidelines from the Irish source, which I take in one session, all of them interrelated. So if you prepare yourself this way, your 100 questions should not be a problem because we can predict that these guidelines are going to be important guidelines, right? Along with that, when you do absolutely Mrcpi, it's a very balanced exam. And nothing is, 5 to 10 questions unpredictable, they're there, but it's always in every exam. I always tell to the students that they are not game-changing questions. Those questions are not game-changing who are like 5 to 10, which are difficult for everyone. If it's difficult for you, it's difficult for your neighbor. So it's not a problem, right? But the questions, under the nervousness of those 5 to 10 difficult questions, you start making your easy questions wrong, but yes, then it's a trouble. Then it is a trouble, and then you lose the exam because you're nervous, you're not reading the question carefully. About attempting the exam, it's a total different session, which I will be taking till the end, which I have been taking for years and years, and it won't be a problem for you guys once you master your curriculum. So the first step is that you should be very clear what you have to read. Now, one thing I have to tell to my MRCOT students, sorry for going back, actually, I have to tell you that all those who have done the Green Top guidelines who are doing with me in MRCOT, this part. If you've done this part, you can revise the entire curriculum from the same notes. There's going to be 7 to 8 guidelines, which I'm going to cover for you guys in the Irish specifically. It's not, I will cover 42 guidelines, but out of them, for example, vaginal birth after cesarean section is a wonderful Irish guideline. But if somebody has done it from the GTG, it's absolutely okay. It's fine because it's the same recommendation. If somebody has done twins, the multiple pregnancy from the NICE and the Green Top guideline, monochorionic twins, it's absolutely okay because the Irish guideline doesn't make any change other than just few gestations, which I just pinpoint in the end of the session. So what do I want, Zainab Lucky? What I want is that you open up your VBAC, and at the end of it, you just put a stick on after my session that these 3 points are additional in Irish guideline. That's it. Your guideline is done. You don't need to put an extra effort. Like Adam was saying, like Vidhi was saying, they used to open my taught green top guideline, the nice and the talks. And when I used to tell that, okay, these 5 points I'm putting in the slide, these are different, please. Like an external cephalic version, I tell them that, yes, we don't have to do in a previous SCA the external cephalic version in our CPI. Yes, the GTG does allow us that we can do it cautiously. These are tiny things, but they make a change in the selection of an answer for the SBAs. Do you guys get that? Right? So if you understand the gist of it, you people would not have a difficulty, because the same notes which you have prepared for your exam, on them you'll put on a stick note. That's it, that these are the differences. So the same things you're going to use. Farah Faraz, are you there? Afshin, my dear? Yes, yes, Afshin. If you are going to do the Irish summaries on the portal, they're sufficient, my dear. But start adding the points from my session from next week. Okay, when we are starting the session, Afshin, you have to put in the summaries in front of you, and you will add points from my sessions. Okay, all right. Now with this, you have the single best answer books. The best part is the books which you guys are doing for the European board, for the Mrcpi, these are the same books which you people are going to do for Mrcpi as well, right? Sir Andrew Sizes books, Sir Tahir Mahmood's, Amanda Jones, Sir Janesh Gupta's, all these books are amazing. And these are the books, but with certain differences, like fetal growth restriction, it is quite different. You're welcome, Afshin, my dear. So fetal growth restriction, that's got different Doppler follow-ups, which I always say that is 100% question from the FGR entity doses in Ireland are different, which I teach you guys, which I make a table for you guys. So you all should be understanding that these are the questions which will be coming up. So after 1.5 months, again, be strict on your self-evaluation, that you guys have to read side by side, and then you have to solve the questions side by side. And I expect 50 single best answers practice a day when around 2.5 months before exam. So starting from around July, I expect that you guys start the single best answers practice. And many of you have got the RFA book as well. You people have the access to the practice books, and this practice book for Mrcpi has got all the Mrcpi exam questions together in one. So many of you have already been through it and you have read it. 90% you people know that these questions, they get repeated or the topics are the same. That really gives you a great help in preparation. All right, thank you. Before I go to GPS, if any question is there regarding the documents, regarding the exam strategy plan, the curriculum, please let me know, because then we are going to start 2023 the GPS now. Today, I'm meeting you guys for introduction. 7th of June, I'm going to meet you guys for gynecology. The moderators and the coordinators are going to put up all the topics which I'm going to cover in the PDF. Before my session, you people should read the summaries at least, and then you're going to add points from the session, because I'm going to make differences like menorrhagia. It's not heavy menstrual bleed like that of NICE. It's menorrhagia in Ireland. So we would cover up menorrhagia, chronic pelvic pain, premenstrual syndrome, endometriosis, the menopause, the hormone replacement therapy, everything I'm going to cover from the Irish prospect. Open up your notes and sit very carefully, and you know that the sleep is not allowed at all. So we will be strict in this, being interactive, and I'll make your notes proper so that the revision is must. All right. So we are going to start with the gynecology, and we are going to take it till the labor. All right. The obstetrics I'm going to take before like 40 days, 30 days before exam. All right. Rasha, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Nadia. I'm going to do GPS go. You go to the premium discussion, sweetheart. Okay. Ma'am, can you tell which topics we'll read from GTG, NICE and Talk? Rasha, yes. I will give you all the topics in the premium group. Okay. Bintev is going to give you, and Myra would also be there. They will give you all the list. Now, before session, for example, today, after the session, I'll put all the topics which I'm going to cover for gynecology. All right. And daily schedule you people will get from moderator discussion evening discussions are starting up. So I want that you people are active in the discussions 1 hour a day. Not now, but after 14th of June, the exam questions would be started as well by Myra. Okay, so you know that it's going to be. Yeah, Sophia Tariq, it's going to be just in the end. After GPS, or you want now? Sophia, you want it now? Actually, I had it after GPS, the slide. All right. People are asking about the course. I think if the people, they want to know earlier, I'll just show them now. And then in the end, I will show it again. So the ones who want to know about the course, I'm going to put in the slide again. So, okay. So what does the course contain, guys? The live sessions are all by me, right? And the session recordings are uploaded after the live session is completed. For example, gynecology would be done after 4 to 6 hours. The record is uploaded and that would be with you guys. You can listen to it as many times till the exact date, all right? All the talk articles, written summary, updated till April 2023 would be in your portal. All the green top guidelines, the NICE guideline updated till 2023, written summaries are on your portal. The video records of the important guidelines are also there. You can listen to them being in the car, traveling, going to the hospital, coming back, going for the grocery. You can do that anytime. Many students, they just put it on the living room LED and they say, yeah, ma'am, you're ringing. The summaries are being revised while you're working in the kitchen. The faculty of sexual and reproductive health summaries in written format, you can just revise. All the Irish guideline flashcards and summaries are there. You can revise them as many times and they're uploaded till January 2023. The recent 12 publications are uploaded and updated on your portal, right? Then you've got the green top guideline, the NICE and the question pool that's there. You can revise them. From each Irish guideline, you've got the question pool. For example, you read Irish Guideline 1, you go to the portal, you assess yourself. Okay, I've got Irish Guideline 1 question pool. So where did I go wrong? How did I solve? How much did I score? Then you read Irish Guideline 2, you go to the portal, you see that, okay, how did I score in Irish Guideline 2? How many questions did I do wrong? So these are the questions made from the Irish Guideline lines. Okay, then you're going to have the 24/7 Telegram Premium and the Facebook group, and the mock exams will be there module wise. And of course, we're going to have good boosters side by side. Now, people who want to join a course, $449 had been the total price, and with all these content. For the early birds, now the coupon is available. This is $200 off coupon. The coupon you're going to put would be RFAEARLY BIRD. I repeat, RFA early bird without spaces, guys and gals. And you're going to put how? When you go to the link, you click on the link, and on the link, you're going to put your credentials of your card, and you would have got a coupon option here. When you go to the coupon option, you click on that, you scroll down, and here on the coupon box, you're going to put RFA early bird, and you put validate. You click on validate. You go on the top, you see 249. It's price reducing from 449 to 249. After you put the coupon, please do not forget to validate, and then you can check out once the price is confirmed that it's on the top. Okay, did you guys get that? Right? So this is how it's going to look like. Sophia, this goes for you and all those who are doing the WhatsApp as well at the moment. Okay, thank you so much, my dear. The practice book link is also there on the website. If you people need, I can do that as well, Cynthia. But I think practice book, I can do that in the link, or the backend team, if you can put the link here of the practice book. Okay, that's here. Thank you very much, backend team. Thank you so much. So this is the link of the book if anybody wants to take the book as well. Okay, all right. But I would definitely suggest that the book, it should go side by side. Sessions are very important because self-reading, at times you need a little booster and you see your friends that everybody is reading one topic a day. That gives you a little encouragement to go step by step. Okay, but I'm afraid this coupon, RFA early bird, I can keep active for like 2 days, because then the validity of the coupon would not be there. All right, so 24 hours, please use the coupon, and once I'll get a notification, you'll be added in the premium group by the team, and then you can start with your premium students. Many of them are already there, so you people would be joining them and take the study forward. All right, okay, thank you so much. So are we all ready for the topic of the day? It's 2023 publication. How many of you have had the Group B Streptococcus reading earlier? How many of you know the early onset Group B Streptococcus disease in term infants? Have we read GBS earlier? Did we read it from the Green Top guideline? Yes? Or the GBS earlier somewhere in your specialty or maybe in your local exams? Anyone? Nobody has read GBS. Maria says, I've read. Shazia, yes, amazing. You are great. Sophia Zainab Lucky has read GBS. That's amazing. Thank you so much. You read for Marit, Sabah? Okay, that's perfect. All right. Actually, that's my pleasure. Okay, so when we do GBS, let me tell you all at the very get-go that we definitely get around 2 to 3 questions from septicemia, in which the early onset from listeriosis, every time they give one question, because we've got a beautiful Irish guideline from listeria. And that guideline, those recommendations are nowhere, neither in the European board, nor we have in the Green Top guideline. So that's a wonderful guideline. They always give you some questions from Group B Streptococcus. 100%, Sheila, GBS comes from the interpartum antibiotic prophylaxis exam scenario. If you have a good grip over that when to give IAP and when not to give IAP, you would not face any difficulty. So I'm telling you today that out of 100 questions, you'll get 3 questions in different types of scenarios. Sometimes urinary tract infections, sometimes a septicemic baby, sometimes a patient with old septicemic baby and now coming up in this pregnancy, or sometimes with the labor questions of prolonged rupture of membranes. Are you guys with me? How do they just play around this topic? So the first thing is that you need to have 100% grip over GBS. You should be knowing that what are they asking for and where we need to put a stress. And moreover, the guidelines which are updated in January 2023, there were 12 guidelines updated, including the urogynecology. They are amazing set of algorithms which college has given, wonderful description and very important, because even in the recent May OSCE 2023, they touched those points. That shows that how important these topics are, right? So we're going to do the National Clinical Practice Guideline, the prevention of early onset Group B streptococcal disease in term infants. Why did I select this topic? Because that's super important. Why did I select this topic? Because it's a tiny one in recommendations as well. So we'll try to complete it in 30 minutes so you understand that how we have to do. If you see the publication date, guys, it's January 2023, from where this tells us that this is the recent one. Okay, let's begin step by step and let's understand where we would be deviating from the Green Top guideline. I would tell you that please note this point. This is an important point for exam. Now, to begin with, they say that early onset Group B streptococcal disease in infants, we should have a set criteria of the GBS screening options. What's that? The risk factor based screening. If the patient has got risk factor for having GBS, or risk factor based screening, which is enhanced by PCR. That testing, especially when the patient has got some prolonged rupture of membrane, or she's being induction of labor is being done in that case. And then we have a universal culture-based screening for the patients who are approaching 35 to 37 weeks of gestation. Now, the question comes from when to give IAP, when we don't have to give IAP. In this, we need to understand that IAP is for all patients who have urinary tract infection. And we come to know that this bacteriuria is GBS. When GBS bacteriuria is there, we need to give IAP. But how do they give exam question? When GBS urinary tract infection is there, we require IAP for all patients, no matter that it is less than 10 raised to power 5 colony forming unit. The recommendation says that we recommend the IAP offered for GBS bacteriuria of any colony count in the current pregnancy. Do you guys understand that what does this line mean and how it differs? There will be 2 exam questions. First of all, please tell me that everyone who is here, maybe somebody is not from Mrcpi who is taking this exam for the first time. Guys, aware of what IAP stands for? Let me do a little snowballing. So are you guys knowing that what IAP is? So that I'm clear that when I'm taking this word, when I'm using this word, everybody in the audience is pretty sure that what are we talking about? IAP is intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis, which is the name given to the GBS prophylaxis for the patients. Clear? Shazia? Ifat? Amazing. Shaista? That's perfect. Great. So you guys need to understand that when we talk about the intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis, now in MRCOG, they do not say in the GTG that all patients will get IAP with bacteriuria. Here, we have two different set of patients. Please pay attention here. If they give you any patient in exam with urinary tract infection, the red color is visible, guys, or shall I change it to black, please? Is the red ink for the pen is visible to you? Yeah, it's visible? Okay, great, that's fine. Okay, so if UTI, it's there, you people will select IAP for all the patients who have the urinary tract infection, provided they do the culture sensitivity and in the culture, it comes out to be GBS. Am I clear? Yes, for all patients who have the bacteriuria with GBS, 100% would be given intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. Is this point clear? But if in exam, they give you that GBS UTI is there and they give you CFUs, the colony forming units of 10 raised to power 5, more than 10 raised to power 5, then Zainab, we won't select only IAP. Then we would select the moment she presents to us. When she presents to us, at that time, we need to treat the bacteriuria for her as well as an antenatal treatment. And later, when she goes in labor, we would give IAP as well. So now how the question comes from these two as a single best answer? The first question that comes from this is, number one, if the patient, she has bacteriuria, GBS bacteriuria, they would give you option A, that please give IAP. Option 2, antenatal treatment now and IAP. So you should be very clear that if it's only GBS bacteriuria, then it is going to be intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. This option would be chosen. But if it is 10 raised to power more than 5, then you will choose now antenatal treatment as well, plus IAP. So that option would be the best option. Could I make myself clear that how do they twist the single best answer? They twist the single best answer at times giving less than 10 raised to power 5, but bacteriuria is there. If it's less than 10 raised to power 5 and bacteriuria GBS is there, then only IAP would be selected. Is this point clear? But if it's more than 10 raised to power 5, then with IAP, now she needs to be treated in her pregnancy when she presents with that urinary tract infection as well. Am I clear when to select alone IAP and when to select with IAP, the antenatal treatment as well? Could I make myself clear in which option you would choose antenatal treatment plus IAP? And in which option you would choose only IAP? This is the first mistakes the students they do, because they're not aware that antenatal treatment would be when it's more than 10 raised to power 5 colony forming unit. Right? So that is what you guys need to remember. Okay, so this is what you people have to remember in exam. Absolutely, for IAP for any count, my dear Shazia. For IAP for any count would be IAP for urinary tract infection. All right, so they say that we recommend that IAP be offered for GBS bacteriuria of any colony count in the current pregnancy. And we recommend that both GBS UTI and asymptomatic GBS bacteriuria, which is more than 10 raised to power 5 colony forming unit, requires antenatal treatment. Okay, so when it is more than 10 raised to power 5, then antenatal treatment would also be added with IAP. Got it? IAP plus antenatal treatment means, for example, she comes at 24 weeks of gestation, right? If she comes at 24 weeks of gestation and she has UTI symptoms, you come to know, you do the culture, you check it out, and it's more than 10 raised to the 5 colony forming unit, GPS. What would be the answer? In this patient who has come at 24 weeks with urinary tract infection, you people would select at the moment now at 24 weeks, she would have the treatment of GBS UTI, right? This is known as antenatal treatment. What is this? The antenatal treatment. Plus, you're going to select when she goes into labor, she will have IAP, when she would be going in established labor. Do you guys understand? So now would be the treatment, and this is the only recommendation where we have antenatal treatment plus intrapartum treatment as well. But please remember, the count should be more than 10 raised to the 5 colony forming unit. Is it clear now, Rosina? Yes, clear, Afshi? That's amazing. Thank you so much. Now, about bacteriuria, this is one indication about GBS. But other than that, we have other indications as well. And in other indications, we get that GBS vaginal colonization. So when the patient has got GBS in the current pregnancy, if the patient has got GBS in the current pregnancy in the swabs, in the vagina, would we give IAP or we would not give IAP? Presently, she is having GBS. In the current pregnancy, she has GBS as per the vaginal colonization. We should give or we should not give? Very good. If in the current pregnancy, she has it, we have to give IAP to her. What is the reason for that? Because the baby can have an effect. The baby can suffer as well. All right. So any patient in the current pregnancy, if has GBS, would be given IAP. Now, this is for the current pregnancy. If the patient does not have GBS now, but if they give you an exam question, in the past pregnancy, in the previous pregnancy, she had GBS. In that situation, the guideline says it's 50% of the chance that she might be positive, and there's a 50% of a chance that she would be negative because in the previous pregnancy, she had GBS. So it is recommended that you offer a choice that you want to get screened again, or we take that 50% of the benefit of doubt and we offer you IAP. So in this case, we can select repeating the GBS screening for the current pregnancy now, or we can give IAP to this patient as well. Do you guys understand? This is for those patients who had GBS in the previous pregnancy, right? In the previous pregnancy. Let's revise that once again so that you people have a very clear recommendation in your mind. Okay. Now, this is a patient here, and in this, if it is going to be for this patient, no, Madina, my dearest, Mrcpi going on, sweetheart. Yeah, go to the premium, my dear, discussion is started, sweetie. All right. If this is the patient, and for this patient, if she has GBS vaginal swab in the current pregnancy, now, GBS vaginal swab, it's positive. At the moment, it's positive, please. What would you do for this patient? Now she's GBS positive for vaginal swab. Very well done. This goes for IAP for exam. Very well done. Now, if I say that we've got a patient in the single best answer, and in her previous pregnancy, she had GBS positive. Not now. Sophia Tariq, in the previous pregnancy, my dear. Shazia Shahid, in the previous pregnancy, she had GBS positive. Now you will give her an option either to get tested, yes, either to get tested or to give IAP, because 50% is the chance that she comes out to be positive and 50% is the chance that she is negative. Understood? If in the current pregnancy she would be in the single best answer, we would give IAP. And if the previous pregnancy she was positive, this time it's recommended to do the testing. So it's better to test this patient rather than doing the IAP. But if she's not agreeing to the test, she says that take the benefit of doubt and please do the IAP. We would do IAP for this patient. Very well done. Thank you very much. Now, let's go to the next recommendation for IAP. Now, if the patient is non-GPS carrier and with preterm labor, spontaneous rupture of membrane, we definitely would give IAP. That would be induction of labor as soon as it's possible. So if the patient who is positive for GPS, and if she gets the rupture of membranes, we try to do the induction of labor as early as possible, because we don't want that the membranes are ruptured and the baby gets exposed to the GPS, right? Therefore, if she is positive for GPS carrier, early induction of labor is done. We don't wait for those 24 hours, which we generally do for the patient, right? Now, we generally tell the patient that we offer IAP if she had the GPS colonization in the current pregnancy, which means what? Either in the urine or in the rectovaginal swab, as we have discussed, or if she was in the previous GPS colonization in the previous pregnancy, and she this time is not ready for the screening. All right. This time she says, I'm not ready for the screening. So the same point as we've discussed earlier, either she's colonized in this pregnancy, we will give IAP, or in the previous pregnancy, she was colonized, and this time it is going to be, this live session would only be like 30 minutes more, 20 minutes more. Generally 3 hours, one module, my dear. Shally, we do 2 to 3 hours, one module, depending upon the modules we had. Yeah. So previous neonatal invasive GPS diseases, we have to understand that, but all the records are available, Shally. So the students like who are busy in the hospital, they listen to the record there. If at all the patient's baby had GBS, what do you guys think should be the recommendation? If in the previous pregnancy, the neonatal invasive disease was there, the baby was affected in the previous pregnancy, do we need to test? Shaista, what are we going to do here? What do you think, Sophia? The baby was affected. So what do we do in that situation? Like, for example, mother comes to you in the pregnancy saying that my previous baby had GPS septicemia. We don't even need to test, because this itself is a solid indication to give IAP. Got it, everyone? If the baby was affected, then we don't need to test the mother. Yes, if the mother was affected in the previous pregnancy, we need to test the mother. Is this point clear to you guys? If the baby is affected, then 100% IAP is there. Do you guys understand? If the previous baby in the previous pregnancy was affected in previous pregnancy, then 100% it's IAP. If mother in the previous pregnancy was affected, then we do testing or IAP. This difference you need to understand. Am I clear about this? If baby was positive in the previous pregnancy, then 100% it's IAP. We need not test the mother for the upcoming pregnancy. This is a confirmed question 2019, 20, 21, 22, 23. Every time they're fond of checking that you guys know the difference when mother was in the previous pregnancy affected or baby in the previous pregnancy was affected. If any patient, she starts running fever, it is an indication of IAP, please. Even if it's a single temperature, more than 38 degrees Celsius, right? Please keep a note of that in exam. Of course, a positive mother would have IAP, but a febrile patient is an indication despite she was or she is or she's not checked. Fever itself is an indication of intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. Is this point clear to everyone? Are you guys following me for this? These 2 points are very important from the Irish prospect. Please do not forget, because you'll get the single best answer. 4 to 5 lines of scenarios will be there and you'll get a question from this. Okay, now, Shaista, what is recommended in the Green Top guideline? Green Top Guideline GPS, guys, what's recommended for the antibiotic? Sophia, what is recommended for the Green Top Guideline, please? Quick, please. Yes. What is the recommended antibiotic as per the Green Top Guideline? What is the name of the antibiotic which is recommended in the Green Top Guideline? Yes. It was benzyl penicillin. Amazing. Very well done. It was Noopsy. Sophia, it's benzyl penicillin, sweetheart. Okay. Ghazala Shaheen, happy to see you, my dearest. Benzyl penicillin. Okay. What did I want to tell you? That we used to do, like, for example, the older batches, we used to do the Green Top Guideline. Why? Because we didn't have the Irish recommendation for GPS. So we all were doing the Green Top Guideline for this. Now I will tell you the differences. What are the Irish recommendations they brought in different? So the intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis, friends, that is basically intravenous benzyl penicillin as the first line treatment for intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. And I tell my students how to learn this. We have 3 grams. How do we write B? My students, they know that in the section, I tell them that, see, we write B like this. So B makes, you make 3, right? All of you, please, you agree? So it's 3, and then we make a 1. So it becomes B, right? So benzyl penicillin is IV. That's why we write 3, that is 3 grams, and this 1 to make I, that is IV. So benzyl penicillin is the drug of choice. Group B streptococcus, benzyl penicillin, and never forget the dose. B is written as 3, so it's 3 grams. Never in your life you guys will forget. Clear? I repeat that once again. Group B streptococcus. So remember, Sophia, would you forget now? Listen to me and pay attention here, sweetheart. This is, thank you, Sabah. Love to your daughter, my dearest RFA family kids, yeah? This is B, right? So remember from B, group B streptococcus, my dear. That's amazing, inshallah, Sophia. So group B streptococcus, B, remember for B streptococcus, and remember B for benzyl penicillin. And another thing, you'll never forget the dose if you just remember that B is written by writing 3. Okay, so that is 3 gram intravenous stat. And how do we remember the other? Exactly, Shella Noreen. You just make a half of 3. What is the half of 3, guys? What is the half of 3? 1.5. Right? 1.5. So let's clean the slide and revise once again that the recommended dose of group B streptococcus intrapartum, group B streptococcus B for benzyl penicillin, we write 3 in making a B. So 3 gram is the start dose, and then we half it 1.5 gram for hourly until the patient delivers. If you remember it for once, never in your life, my students, even in their OSCE exams, they don't have to revise it. They just have these thoughts in mind. Oh, yes, we know it, ma'am, that it's benzyl penicillin. And then we write it as a 3. So 3 gram it is, and then we half it, it's 1.5. Okay. Now, if at all the patient has got allergy or the hypersensitivity reaction to penicillin, so then the recommendation is IV cefuroxime. Now, here you have to please pay attention here. In RCOG, it's not like that. Okay, here RCPI has made a difference in the recommendations. They have divided the hypersensitivity or the allergies in the non-immediate or the immediate forms. If in exam, right, if at all you people understand that in exam you get a non-immediate hypersensitivity. So if you understand that they give you in a single best answer, non-immediate hypersensitivity, you people will be choosing. You people will be selecting from the list cefuroxime. Okay? You will understand that this is cefuroxime that you people would be searching for, but please remember non-immediate hypersensitivity. Right? Non-immediate hypersensitivity. So how many of you like fur? Yeah, we all love fur. We all like in winters wearing lots of wool clothing. Yes. So please just correlate that, the non-immediate hypersensitivity reaction to penicillin. If it's non-immediate, we would be choosing the fur in that situation. and that's an antibiotic of choice, which you people have to remember. Let me reassure that generally the doses are not coming up in MRCPI. We don't see the doses as such, but yes, the names of the antibiotic, let me signpost for you guys that we get at least 3 questions of antibiotics out of 100. Okay, 3 questions we get from antibiotics out of 100. So you should be knowing. And you know what I do? I always, in my even my MRCOG, I've got 1,030 students. Yeah, Medina, how many are you guys? I think Nadia and everybody has left. Yeah, from MRCOG. There are 1,070, I think, in my premium group. They are registered MRCOG2 students with me at the moment. Yeah, so they all, I give them homework that you have to make your antibiotics list. Same I do in MRCPI as well. I tell them that you people have got this list you have to make. Why? Because in the end, you just have to revise your stick-ons. Because 3 questions from antibiotics would be coming. Again, doses they don't give, but they do give the medications in terms of antibiotic choosing. All right. And there are certain differences which I'm going to pick up. Okay. So far, am I clear? When are you going to choose the benzyl penicillin? I'm so grateful, my dear Sarah. Thank you, Shelly Gupta. My students would be telling it's been ages of mentorship. So now I think this always say the teaching comes from inside. Nobody can teach you how to teach. It comes from inside. And it's all about the rapport building, and students are the family. This is how RFA works. Thank you so much for appreciation, sweetheart. All those who are listening for the first time, they might feel a change, but other students are used to of this. Yes, Amber. Yes, Shakila, Shazia Shahid. Yeah, I'm so grateful, Sabali. Thank you so much for your laugh. All right. So, we are still having a session. So babies, mute mode, please. This is Shaila's baby. So we'll get back to you, baby, after the session. Okay, so let's go to the next part. Non-immediate, we discussed that non-immediate we'll take a far, and we'll move to the next part, which is different. Now, you all have to remember that back in the previous guideline from Green Top guideline, the recent one doesn't show this, but yes, the older one in the strategy does tell us that prolonged rupture of membranes more than 18 hours. The GPS status is unknown in that situation. Whenever there's a prolonged rupture of membrane, that's an indication of IAB itself, okay? So we consider if there's a history of maternal invasive GPS disease as well. If mother is, of course, having GPS, we are going to put in, right? Now, we were talking about 2 things that was very important about cefuroxime. Yes, exactly, Sheila. That's my RFA baby. Yes. Okay. So all of you, please pay attention here. Benzyl penicillin would be the first line, and then cefuroxime when non-immediate hypersensitivity would be there. Now, this is something different, which we do not have in the Green Top guidelines. So please, all the Irish RCPI students for September, make a stick note on your GPS if you have done from RCOG, please write down this point. If in exam, they give you immediate word. Earlier, what did we say for the cefuroxime? It was non-immediate hypersensitivity. Yes? Here we are saying it's immediate hypersensitivity. If it's immediate hypersensitivity reaction to penicillin, this is the change which RCOG declines using. That is intravenous clindamycin 900 milligram every 6 hours. And let me tell you this, that clindamycin is, because of resistance, is not being used in United Kingdom. You would never choose clindamycin in GPS sitting in MRCOG exam, but here it would be the drug of choice if immediate hypersensitivity is there. Point noted, everyone. This clindamycin, it's a very, very important point which differs. And if I give you 10 points, which are like must coming exam questions, which I give you in the end, like 30 days before your exam, this is one of the question which is so highly potential chances of coming up in exam. Why? Because that's absolutely contradictory to the recommendations which we have in GPS GTG. Do you guys understand this point? Yes, they say do not choose clindamycin because of the resistance. Here, the RCPI January 2023 recommendations, they say that if immediate hypersensitivity is there, please choose intravenous clindamycin being the best one. However, we should be clear that GPS is isolated and is known to be susceptible to clindamycin. So here, we would be choosing clindamycin in MRCPI. Could I make myself clear? If at all clindamycin is not suitable, then Sophia, my dear, are you there? Then vancomycin would be coming up, which you mentioned in the first time. Yes, that's what you have to remember. Could I make myself clear? Did you guys understand this, please? Yes. So you should be able to pick up benzyl penicillin 3 grams, then cefuroxime in non-immediate hypersensitivity, and then IV clindamycin in immediate hypersensitivity. Your exam questions would be super easy if you have this point. Yes, you're right. Vancomycin is chosen. Absolutely, Sophia. But it comes lower down in the selection. All right. Very well done. Okay. So we recommend the GBS rectovaginal culture at 35 to 37 weeks is done. And we consider for those who disclose that immediate hypersensitivity reaction to penicillin is there. So we check that they are susceptible to clindamycin just to avoid the resistance part, right? As I've told you, any patient who is pyrexic, who is running fever, who is febrile in labor, that does require broad spectrum antibiotics. Please keep a note of that in exam. They ask you in exam that if the patient is febrile, she is in labor and she's running fever more than 38 degrees Celsius, then here you choose the broad spectrum antibiotics intravenous. They should be covering both the organisms, be Streptococcus and E. coli. Again, this is a potential single best answer coming up in exam, that febrile patient, we need to cover up 2 organisms rather than 1. Okay, yes. Now, why do we give this GBS prophylaxis? My question to all of you is, we give it because we are concerned about the mom, or we give it because we are concerned about the baby? Sheila, Amber, Shakila, Sophia, Shaista. We give it for the baby. You guys are amazing. Yes, we give it because we are concerned that the mother transmits it to the baby. Correct? Yes, the mother transmits it to the baby. All those who are silent in the chat box, please. I need your attention and everybody to be active, please. Yeah. Thank you so much. So if the mother is not going into labor, if she is having cesarean section, for example, if the mother has got an intact membrane and we are having the lower segment cesarean section, would we give intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis or not? What do you guys say? I mean, is the baby getting exposed to the genital tract or no? Very well done. They say generally, if it's a pre-labor, Rasha, my dear, they say if it's a pre-labor cesarean section, then it might not be required. But if it's an emergency cesarean section and she has taken labor or the membranes were basically ruptured, then it would be the situation where we might have to give her the intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. Absolutely, Sabah Ali, absolutely. If it would be an emergency cesarean or the membranes have been ruptured, then we are going to give the intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis because we are concerned. If it's a pre-labor prior to the contractions, it's a cesarean section, then it would be generally, we don't require the intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis, okay? So we have different sepsis guidelines. There's no contraindication if the GBS colonization is there. Sheila, if GBS colonization is there, can a mom breastfeed? Yes, Sophia? Can a mother breastfeed if the patient, she has got GBS colonization? Yes, it's got nothing to do with the breastfeeding, right? Latching can be absolutely safe. It's not a problem. Yes, genital tract is a problem. Rosina? Yes? Okay, thank you very much, Maria. Happy to see you. Thank you very much, my dear. So all these you people have to remember. We generally suggest that investigations of the sepsis evaluation in an infant should include a blood culture obtained in a sterile fashion. That is a full blood count we check for the baby, and the lumbar puncture can also be done now. We did benzyl penicillin for the mother, all of you, as the first choice. What was the dose of the benzyl penicillin? What was the dose of the benzyl penicillin? We give benzyl penicillin. What is the dose? Very good. Is it 3 milligram or is it 3 gram? No, I don't want 3. I want the scale, measurement scale. Gram. Okay, thank you. So these tiny things that disturb you under the stress of exam, sitting in the exam when you're doing the single best answers, right? All of you, please, when it's a baby, then we add on for the baby with septicemia, we add on gentamicin with benzyl penicillin. So this is different. Baby is Bengen. Everyone, please. For mother, it was benzyl penicillin. Group B, streptococcus. B for benzyl penicillin, 3 gram was the dose, and then we half it to 1.5 gram, right? Here, for the baby, the regimen which is used is a combination because baby needs a little more aggressive management. So it's Bengen for the baby. All of you, please remember, it is benzyl penicillin and gentamicin. Clear? Benzyl penicillin and gentamicin. So the baby is going to be Bengen. Now, this recommendation has not been anywhere other than this guideline Irish recommendation, which is, have you heard about any twins, Sheila? Have you heard about any twins recommendation for GBS in the Green Top guideline? Here we have it. So the recommendation, key recommendation number 18, that says that if the patient has got twins and one of the twin is septicemic, please consider treatment to the other twin as well. And this is the only recommendation which Irish guideline is giving us. They're saying that if the one of the infant out of the multiple pregnancy that is a twins is having the symptoms and is early onset GBS is there, they say that we suggest commencing treatment with the IV antibiotic where a sibling has got a positive culture as well. Do you guys understand? Absolutely, Sabali. This is the recommendation which we don't have in GTG. Could I make myself clear? Do you guys understand? So if one of the baby is positive for GBS, the other sibling has to be given IV antibiotic. Shazia, this is the new recommendation, which was not earlier. They've just made this recommendation now in 2023. Why am I coming up with the new things? Because I expect when these things which have not been touched earlier, they will be coming up as a single best answer. Those 5 to 7 questions which are new, these type of recommendations which come up in your exam. Okay, yes, this is in January 2023. January 2023 publication I'm discussing with you guys just 4 months back. All right, okay. So all of you, please keep a note of that in exam. As I've told you earlier, that the GBS UTI in the midstream urine that needs to be given antibiotic now, we did it in the first recommendation. And then we have to do the antenatal treatment if it's more than 10⁵ colony forming unit, and it would be intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis as well. Moreover, when the patient is discharged with a positive result, we can share with the general practitioner as well. GP should be knowing so that GP can do a good follow-up and we have a good amount of circle of care for her. All right. So all of you, please, all the 2023 guidelines, if you open up your portal, there are wonderful algorithm charts which are made by the moderator for you guys. All those charts start revising side by side because from 2023 publications, they give 2 stations here in the OSCE as well. Mrcpi and OSCE, that shows that, the college has got an inclination towards those topics. Wonderfully, all the summaries, the algorithms had been gathered up together for you guys. You people just have to revise those algorithms again and again because the questions are expected from this. Like the GPS guideline, in the Green Top guideline had one algorithm, famous one, which you used to do. Now, the Irish recommendations are beautifully in the end. They've given these algorithms and they're amazing. Very good memories there. And it's all the recommendations, they get revised just in 5 minutes if you do that. So if it's a planned vaginal delivery, you have a risk factor-based approach for them. If it's a pre-labor cesarean section, we have already discussed no IAP because she's not going through that genital tract. The baby is not passing through it. If the previous baby with invasive disease is there, yes. Which one, my dear Amber? The previous one or the one which, the last one? Yes. Sophia, the portal, as soon as you register, immediately the portal gets updated like in 60 minutes. So the way you log in for your registration, the same way on your login credentials, everything comes. That contains all those content which I have given to you in the slide. I'll show that once again. Okay. Yes, Amber, just after completing this algorithm, I'll show the first one again. The name of the guideline, correct? Yes, yes, yes. Okay, I'll show you, my dear Amber, just after completing this algorithm. Okay, let's have a quick revision, guys. So the previous baby with invasive GBS, we offer IAP. The preterm labor, 37, less than 37. All preterm births would be intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis despite their own colonization. So any baby being born less than 37 weeks would be intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. Okay? If GBS detected in the current pregnancy, absolutely, Shazia, would be intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. History of GBS detected prior to the current pregnancy, definitely yes, would be either IAP or checking, right? Any patient who doesn't have risk factor is in labor, no IAP. If the rupture of membranes, it's more than 18 hours, we offer IAP. If the mother is febrile, we treat with broad spectrum antibiotic. Which two organisms we need to cover? Indeed, it's a wonderful one. Which two organisms in pyrexic mother we need to cover, please, quickly?
E. coli.
Yes, and?
GBS.
Amazing. E. coli and GBS. Brilliant. Very well done. So for any patient who had a previous baby with invasive GBS, we should test the mother, right? We should test the mother and see whether we need to give IAP or not. Correct? No, it's not correct. We should be knowing that this patient is eligible for having intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis, whatever is the situation. Very good. So if baby, they give you in single best answer, which is 90% coming up in your exam, it's always IAP. If the mother delivers at 35 weeks, would it be IAP or would it be testing? Quick, in exam, would it be IAP or would it be testing? You get single best answer. IAP, Maria. Very good. So any preterm birth would be IAP. Please keep a note of that in exam. Any patient who is having an induction of labor, we can perform a quick GBS testing. These are high-risk patients, but if at all she's GBS positive, we can have the IAP, of course. Any patient who has got a rupture of membrane and the rupture of membrane's been more than 18 hours, it would be IAP. Okay, more than 18 hours. Again, this is a very important scenario. Let me tell you that in exam, they'll be giving 6 to 7 lines scenario. They start the story with the name. For example, Angie is 28 years. She came to the labor suite with contractions 4 by 5, and they say that for the last 2 hours she's having contraction, or vaginal examination, she is 2 centimeters. So they start the story with lots of scenario based questions are there. It's not single fill in the blanks. Okay, so you should be ready for understanding the scenario based questions. So when we read, you please apply them on a scenario. That if they give you a story of 6, 7 lines and then they say it's more than 18 hours she had the rupture of membrane, so you have to catch that buzzword. Okay, now I get my point, that she is more than 18 hours rupture of membrane, so it would be an intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. Okay, as I've told that previous baby with GBS, IAP would be given. Preterm, IAP would be given. GBS detected in current pregnancy, IAP would be given. UTI, IAP would be given. More than 10⁵ colony forming units, it would be an antenatal treatment plus IAP as well. Okay, intrapartum, if she is positive, IAP would be given, or if it's a prolonged rupture of membrane more than 18 hours, IAP would be given. If she is febrile, then broad spectrum antibiotic would be given that covers GBS and E. coli. And we have got certain treatment plans, and we have got some sort of an early onset sepsis calculator for the baby, which are not required for you, but they've given reference of a nice guideline in this. Okay, so the risk factors for the patient is any patient who is having fever of 38 degrees Celsius or more, rupture of membranes more than 18 hours, preterm delivery less than 37 weeks, GBS colonization in the current pregnancy or in the previous pregnancy, we test or give IAP, bacteriuria in the current pregnancy having GBS. If you remember these risk factors, we understand that she is on risk of intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. And I repeat, 2 to 3 questions of your exam would be done on this. Let's have a quick revision on the recommendations of the antibiotics so that you don't forget. If the patient has to have the intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis and she doesn't have any penicillin allergy, what would be the answer in that case? If she doesn't have penicillin allergy, benzyl penicillin would be done. Yes? Perfect. Yes, Savali. Now they say we would be testing. Now, Afshin, if non-immediate penicillin allergy is there, non-immediate is there, then the first line would be very good, cefuroxime. And second line, they say clindamycin and vancomycin. But if severe or immediate penicillin allergy is there, then the first line would be clindamycin and second would be vancomycin. No cefuroxime in severe or immediate. I repeat once again, non-immediate penicillin allergy, cefuroxime is the first line. Severe or immediate penicillin allergy, clindamycin is the first line. All right. In non-immediate, we can put Clinda and Vanco as a second or a third. And in severe, only vancomycin, as Sophia was saying, that it is an important recommendation for antibiotic. Okay. So they've given this chart with you guys. So please keep a note of that in exam. If we say, as per the recommendation of 2023, if a patient is febrile, shall we test her for GPS or no? What do you guys say? Shall we test her GBS or no?
No.
No, we should give
Why?
her antibiotics.
So you don't want to test her? We don't need to send the swabs, is it? Ifat. No? Sava, no? Shella, no? Marian, no? Okay. All of you, please, we test her, we don't test her. We have to give intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. So they give you this question and they give you option number A, send the swabs. And then they give intrapartum antibiotic prophylaxis. IAP is a recommendation. It is a recommendation, despite it comes out to be positive. But in intrapartum pyrexia, we do all the investigations that related to the chorioamnionitis for the patient, but it doesn't make any difference in terms of IAP choosing. IAP is recommended for these cases. All right. Okay. So please keep a note of that in exam. These tables are given in the end. I've made you learn these tables now. These tables should not be a problem. Take a printout and attach it to your infection module. When I'll do the infection module, I will tell you that how you have to revise, and the moderators will do certain questions from GBS in the group as well, so that you solve more and more single-based answers and it becomes easy for you. All right. So as per the Irish recommendation, guys and gals, GBS disease is a mandatory notifiable disease under the infectious disease regulations. That's why the Irish College has made its own recommendation, because that's important for them. Thank you so much for being awesome students today. Thank you for lending me your important time and the precious time we did at the GBS. It was just a glimpse of one of the sessions which we will have in the infections. And this is how we are going to cover up all the guidelines. As students, they say that the sessions themselves are sufficient for them. And the way we read, we do not only read the guidelines, we learn them, we memorize them. We try to make it so interactive that they know while sitting in exam that, yes, I'm ringing in ears, and they make their decision. Thank you so much, Maria, my dear. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
I'm
ma'am.
so
It's
grateful.
wonderful,
So
Susan.
thank you so
Wonderful
much.
session.
So grateful. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you. All right. So this was an introduction. If any questions are there, if you guys need to know anything about this, now again, I've already given this gift on Sophia's request, but because lots of people, now, of course, as I say, that Irish students, they contact because it's a basic degree for them, right? They have to do it. But others, there's more inclination towards MRCOG. All these content which you have would be on your portal in 60 to 70 minutes of your registration. All right. This would be with you guys in 60 to 70 minutes. As soon as you register, you're going to log in and all the library would be with you guys. I'll be starting up with you guys with gynecology, and all the topics side by side we are going to do in the portal with the flashcards. I expect you to do side by side the topics as well. the ones who want to join in, please join in with this coupon for like 24 hours so that you people have this early bird off. Then the price will again be 449 afterwards. The March students are examples in front of you guys, and even the last batch of September, the last March batches, it's been like 4-5 years that they all had been going up back to back with different exams. They had been doing amazing jobs, and this is only possible when you start in time. If at all you have an aim to start this exam, this is the right time to make the efforts rather than in the last 1 to 2 months. Don't wait for the acceptance because that's going to be in the end. I want you guys to be super confident from day one. Make an aim, just work for it and just do it. All right. Sophia says the 3 months are sufficient with job and kids. Yes, 3 months are sufficient, my dear Sophia. I need around 3 hours now, 4 hours next month, and the last month I need 7 hours. This is what you have to give it to me. All right. Sabah, amazing. Yes, it can be done. Yes. 1 month with fast track is doing August local. Sabah, actually, I'm not very sure if all the Irish guidelines you will read earlier for your XCPS as well. You won't, right? Sabali, August, and okay. Sabah, drop in a message that what are you covering up for your exam? Are you covering the GTGs, the NICE? Yes. You won't be doing Irish. So 45 days I need from you, Sabah. Yeah, I need 45 days from you. Okay? Yes? So if you give me 45 days, yes, no problem. Irish, like 7 guidelines you can do from the portal. That's it. Okay? Yeah, Irish guidelines, like 7 guidelines you can do. I will tell you from my sessions that these guidelines are different. Like the tiny points which I told. Like once you'll go through the session, you'll understand that in GPS, in the entire GPS, hardly 2 points are different. That multiple pregnancy point and the antibiotics point, isn't it? What are you guys comfortable with, premium students? Amber, what are you guys comfortable with the timings? Last time we kept 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. Half of the students, they were comfortable. It was like 150 students batch. So last time, half of them were comfortable with 2 p.m. GMT and half of them were comfortable with 4 p.m. GMT. So we did alternate. One session in March, we used to have at 2 p.m. and one session we used to have 4 p.m. So what are you comfortable with? We can just do it. Shally, duration, sweetheart, depends upon the module we are doing. So it depends upon like 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So not more than that, of course, because after that, students' saturation comes up and the absorption capability is not there. And I'm very notorious to keep it interactive and I don't let them sleep. So they all know that ma'am's gonna be strict in this, yeah. So I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable if half of the votes in the group will be 2 p.m. and half of the votes are going to be 4 p.m. We can keep it 2 p.m. And 4 p.m. alternate. So none of these students, they suffer. Because last time Bangladesh students and Malaysians, they had their reservations that 4 p.m. becomes very late. So I made a consensus that, okay, one session we'll have at 2 p.m. and one session we'll have 4 p.m. So none of the students will suffer at that time. Okay, so if still we'll have 2 times priority, we'll do the same. Okay, one session I'll just put in the group just now in the premium group. So you people can decide there. If more of the votes would be 2 p.m., we'll do 2 p.m. If more of the votes would be 4 p.m. or if half of would be there, then we can do one session 2 p.m. and one session 4 p.m. Would that be okay? Last time we did this in March because Adam and all the Irish students, they were just ending up their work in hospital. On all Ireland students, they end up their work at 5 p.m. So they were requesting that, ma'am, every time in 2 p.m. we come home and the session is over. At least at 4 p.m. we have 1 hour in the car. We attend that and then we attend the session. So Irish guideline portal as well. It's there, Shazia. All the Irish guidelines are in the portal. Yeah, if it's no at the moment, please tag the support team because it should be in your completed folder, sweetheart. Just tag the website support now. Okay, if you can't see in your portal, they should refresh your portal. Okay, my dear. Yeah. Okay. So Kiran, if you think that 4 p.m. is better, my dear, just write in the group. We can just write now. I'll make a poll. Anybody can make a poll in the group, please. So what we can do is that we can just have the account there. And if half of you are comfortable with 2 p.m., half are comfortable with 4 p.m., we can do like one session 2 p.m. and one session 4 p.m. Okay. So we make the announcement that way. Sophia, 24 hours, I believe. Yeah. Till tomorrow you can do. Yes, yes. But the moderator is starting the activity, please. So try to join in early. Yes, the moderator would be starting the activity of gynecology from tomorrow. So from tomorrow, guys, the moderators are going to start your gynecology on throttle in the group. They will prepare you for my session. And every day they're going to put in the summaries, they're going to put in the buzzwords for those topics, which you're going to do daily as per daily schedule. You've got a complete daily schedule till August. That daily schedule, if you follow, not even single topic would be remaining. All right, everything would be done in that situation. And from 14th, the coordinators will start the exam questions as well. You can tag me. From 2015, they will start till 2023. And then I'll do in the live session later in the fast track as well. Okay. So, but we were having an administrative discussion. So in the admin discussion, we decided that not to start it before the uploading of the documents. So around mid of June, the exam questions in the Telegram would also be starting. Okay. Yes, Samina Fida, it would be my dear. Happy to see you. Why were you so silent in the session, Samina? Daily schedule is posted in the premium group. Daily, Shelly. It's already, it would be 6, this complete modules, complete schedule till August, that would be posted there in the premium group. Daily, they know that which topic is to be done today. The moderator comes, the moderator tells you about that topic. She posts the PDF of that topic. Then you go to the website, you do the summary of that topic. And all those topics are the ones which I'm going to discuss in the upcoming session. So the daily schedule is coherent with my live sessions. Do you get that? It would be, no, the daily schedule would be till August. Exactly. As Shazia is saying, for example, from tomorrow, you people will start the gynecology topic. You will do gynecology, and then you will meet me in the live session. Okay. So if the next is subfertility, then you will start subfertility in the daily topics, and then you meet me in the live session. Got it? This is how the daily schedule goes, and then the live session approaches. No, it's fine, Saba. That's fine. Irish guidelines and my sessions are sufficient because in my sessions, I'm going to highlight all those single best answers that will be coming up. Shelly, I've shown the session schedule, no? I think I've made it weekly this time, but the little change the moderator has done as per her recommendation because she needs to have the discussion on the topics as well, right? So because of that, I'll show you once again. I think it was just there in the slide. If you want to see it again, that's posted in the premium group. As soon as you guys register, you get that all of it in the premium. Yeah, it's here. Shelly Gupta, I can show you once again, sweetheart. Please have a look. Yeah, this is how it's going. Okay. This link is showing part to Mrcpi as well. We continue with the same. No, it's not Zeba. It's different. No, my dear. It's different. Sophia, Sundays the moderator keeps off because she wants the leftover topics and little revision if something is left. Got it? Zeba, my dear, you are in which premium? Zeba, you're in which premium, sweetheart? Zeba, my dear West, which premium are you with? So I'll fix that for your order. The July one? The July one? Premium group is the paid registered students, Sophia. Like, for example, in Mrcpi 2 July 2023 students who are appearing in July 2023, we have got 1,070 premium students. These are registered students, yeah. I mean, the registered group, the paid students. Yes. So Zeba is in July 2023. Zeba, if you're in July 2023, you've got your addendum link, right? Yes. So you can drop in a message on my WhatsApp and do the addendum link, sweetheart. Okay. Yeah. Drop in a message on my WhatsApp, sweetheart, just after this. This is my, everybody who wants to contact me on WhatsApp, please. This one, the first one is my WhatsApp, okay? You people can contact is 7385. All right. So just drop in a message there. I'll give you any details if you people want anything regarding if you still your queries are pending. Okay. Amber, you're already in the premium. Yes. Mrcpi. You're already my registered student, sweetheart. Yes. Okay. No. Not weekly sessions. I've given you the date, right, Shelly? You have seen the schedule at the moment, right? These are the sessions. Okay, let me open up my calendar, Shelly, for you if you're interested. So this was introduction today. 7th Wednesday is the next session. So 7th is going to be the next gynecology session. So you people will be preparing gynecology till then. Then it's 13th Tuesday, then 20th Tuesday. So all Tuesdays. Okay. Got it, Shelly? So what do you guys want? What do you guys want? Are you people comfortable with the 2 p.m. to start with or 4 p.m.? You can write in the group. You can write in the premium group. I can just take it from there. I'm happy because On that day, Mrcpi is the only session. I don't have any other session at that day. So if you people are comfortable 2 p.m., that's okay. We can do the first session gynecology at 2 p.m., but then we'll take it 4 p.m. Okay, so 1 2 p.m., 1 4 p.m. as you people are comfortable. You can write in the premium, please, and I'll just take a note from there. I'll ask the coordinators. The backend team will make the schedule accordingly. Get in 1 2 p.m., 1 4 p.m. Okay, so nobody should be unhappy. Give me a smile. We have to spend the time like a family, hands in hands. Yes, we have already taken an oath that we'll be positive all around, helping each other. Zeba, this is my WhatsApp, right? This one, the first one is my WhatsApp. Okay. See, Shakila says this is how students are. She says that, ma'am, today was 2 p.m. introduction, so next is 4 p.m. I'm happy with 4 p.m. as well, no problem at all. Thank you. All right, write in the premium so we can decide, okay? Zeba, drop in a message on my WhatsApp. I'll send you the addendum link. Okay, so take use of this, Rasha. What do you want? 2 p.m. or 4 p.m.? Rasha, what do you want? 2 p.m. or 4 p.m.? Gynecology. Yes? Okay, so please do not forget, you people have to start getting your making your documents ready and get it checked by me or the moderators. You can tag Safa, you can tag Bint Hawa, you can tag Myra, anybody you can tag, and they're going to check your documents. Thank you very much. Rasha, just now in the premium group, the coordinator is going to put. Just give me 5 minutes. After that, I'm coming to you guys in the premium. I'll send a voice note in the premium group for you guys. Okay, and we'll send you all the topics of gynecology just now as a screenshot, the first slideshow, so that you know that this is what I'm going to cover. No worries at all. This is not to be sorry. This is, I'm really happy that if you guys are enthusiastic to start the topic before sleeping. Yes, that's really good, Rasha. This is what I want. This is what I'm putting in an effort for. That's very good. That's really good that if you people are interested to start with the gynecology as early as possible. See, my expectations are that you people start, again, I would say that people in March, which you saw in the start of the session, they were just like you. But now they've just crossed one step ahead. Why? Because from day one, they knew that what they're doing. They were so comfortable in the group. Like, you know, my MRCOT, my European board, all groups are so comfortable as a family that as students are saying, their kids, their families, everybody is involved because we read as a family, we study as a family, we work as a family, and we understand that everybody has got their own weaknesses, they've got their own strengths. So what we have to do is that we have to work on each other's weakness to make it a strength and together move as a family. So I always say I don't want one success, I don't want two success. And if you see the success stories, why they are 100 plus? Because they have such a strong bonding in the study group, working hard, helping each other. You know, I still remember the exam questions they used to do, finding the references and, you know, having the discussion and quarreling over the references. No, see this guideline has got this reference and this question is like this. So I used to have this supervision for them. And there are certain things on which I'm very strict because I work day and night for you guys. So I definitely expect hard work in return. And I always say that if I'm giving my 100%, I expect like 200% from you guys. And you know me that in these things, I don't compromise on standard. I don't compromise on the hard work because as I was telling to Adam, he has done so many degrees with me, so many courses with me. And his job in Ireland is super busy. And I always used to tell him that, see, whatever it is, give your best shot, Adam. And he topped the exam. He was like 83% at that time, being in Ireland, being in that difficult situation, because it was a must exam for him. So I will keep on encouraging you guys. Everybody has got difficulties. Everybody has got household chores. They've got kids. They've got families. But no one is going to tell you, see, take rest. Don't come to the hospital. Don't do the household work. Don't look after kids. Don't look after your husbands or wives and just study. This would never happen. So we should be realistic. We have to prioritize ourselves with all these things. We would be good mothers, we would be good wives, we would be good doctors at hospital to our patients, and with calm, peaceful attire, we would do this at Mrcpi. Do you guys get that? I do not want any sort of a restlessness, anxiety, yelling at home, being harsh to kids. This is not acceptable. Why should we be? We would all be very, very peaceful and calm, hands in hands. We'll work together as a group. One person is one, right? But when you're together, you're so strong. right? So please start working on your personality makeup and start being strong inside. These degrees are just part of your lifestyle. Don't take them like a burden. Exams are just exams, but they're worldly exams. You don't have to just start taking nervousness and anxiety over them. They should make you strong rather than making you weak and anxious. Do you guys understand this point? Yes? Okay. Thank you very much, Afshin. Please offer your salah and remember in prayers. Okay. So important to know each topic on which absolutely I will tell you, Rasha. For each guideline, I will tell you. For example, here in today's guideline, I told you the recommendations, right? Yes, Muhammad Hamza, the recorded would be because it's an open session. Yes, it would be uploaded. All right. The rest of the paid sessions, the registered sessions would be uploaded on your portal, right? But this session, I'll give you the link. Okay. That will be uploaded. All right. Any question, Hamza? I can take it if you have any question now. Thank you, Shakila. Offer is early bird. It's here. Mohammed Hamza, this is the offer, right? You can just put the coupon RFA early bird. So 449 will become 249. Got it? Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. My pleasure, my dearest. My pleasure. All right. Any question, please? Anything which you people are not clear about the uploading of the documents? Because the documents you people have to prepare in the upcoming 5 to 7 days, please. If you people are not clear anything about the preparation of the curriculum, how to use the portal, if anybody has registered and is not in the paid group, please make sure that you people WhatsApp. Otherwise, I get a notification immediately. If you people have any sort of a query, please let me know so that we call it a day and see you guys in the gynecology then. Rosina, not exactly. No, no. This is only for September 2023 at the moment. You can WhatsApp me. I can give you what is required if you want the portal now. Rosina, WhatsApp me with your details, yeah? Okay? Rosina, WhatsApp me about when you want to take an exam. I'll tell you about the long-term access which you want. Okay, in the first WhatsApp, you can just WhatsApp me, okay? This one. All right, I'll tell you that what in portal you need to do now and what's going to be the next step. All right, okay, thank you very much. So you people have been amazing today. And what I want to say is that from your seniors that's telling about their journey, they all had busy routines. They all had very tough schedule. They all had household chores. They all had so many demands from the families as well. But they made it a success because of persistence and because of being consistent. So we've got a word which is FOCUS. We call it as focus. That's what's needed, and that's what's needed the most. So let's work hard, make our future in success. It's only for those who plan it and who work for it. Now, already buzz of the introductory webinar has already started. It's just like my WhatsApp is filled in and I'm receiving so many calls. So Mrcpi Obstetrics and Gynecology RFA tutors is an absolute hit. It's just the credit undoubtedly goes to RFA alumni for this. Let's pledge and take an oath that from day one, we will learn and practice in the right direction. This is what I need from you guys. We will expand our knowledge together. We will work as a family. We'll sharpen our critical thinking skills. And let's overpower Mrcpi with our confidence. This is my RFA family that's born to rock and be on the top. I have full faith in you guys, but we have to work hard. Let's hard work be our aim, right? Mohammed Hamza, for the gynecology, I'm going to put the topics and the WhatsApp contact number is this first one. Rosina, my dear, this is the first contact number. This is the WhatsApp number. You have to contact me. All right? Yes, 7385900848. Got it? Yes? Yeah, already WhatsApp is full. So I'll be responding to you just after 10 minutes of ending it up. All right? Okay, thank you so much. So we call it a day. Best of luck from the entire team of RFA tutors. It was lovely being with you guys with this aim, with this enthusiasm, with the zeal and zest. Let's start the Mrcpi written September 2023 course with this aim and with these prayers that we may all be successful in our aims. May the journey be easy, smooth, full of blessings for all of you out there. May every day you aim for, you work hard and you get all the energies and you just make it a success for you and for your families. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much from the entire team of RFA Theaters. Love you all. See you guys with the gynecology. See you guys in the premium group. Bye-bye from my side. Take very good care. See you guys. Thank you. Love you all. Bye-bye.